Okay, in this assignment we're going to be looking at a tangent and chord theorem that says that the inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 of the arc. So measure of angle 1 is 1/2 of the arc AB, and the measure of angle 2 is going to be 1/2 the measure of BCA. So looking at that, so we're looking for measure of angle 1 on A is going to be 1/2 of 130 degrees. So the measure of angle 1 is going to be 65 degrees. And now we have the angle, we have the inscribed angle, so we know that the arc measure of KJL arc is going to be 2 times 125 or 250. Measure 1 is equal to 1/2 of 210 degrees, which is 105 degrees. We know that the measure of arc RST is going to be 2 times 98 or 196 degrees. And we know that the measure of angle XY, measure of arc XY, is going to be 2 times 80 or 160 degrees. Now we're going to be looking at two lines that are intersecting the circle. We could have the intersection be on the circle. We could have the intersection be inside the circle. We could have an intersection be outside the circle. But what we're going to find, angles inside the circle theorem says that the measure of angle 1, the inscribed angle, is half of the sum of the measure of the two arcs created on either side. And then the angles outside the theorem, outside the circle theorem, says that the measure of an angle outside is equal to the far angle minus the near arc, far arc minus the near arc, half of each. So we'll put those two. So example 2, we have angle X is going to be, measure angle X is going to be 1/2 of 130 plus 156, which is 286, and that is going to be equal to 143. Here we have this measure of the outside, so measure of angle X is going to be equal to 1/2 178 minus 76, which is 102. Half of that is going to be 51. Here we have the same, except we're given a variable for an arc length. So in this problem number 4, we're going to have 102 is equal to 1/2 95 plus y. So I'm going to multiply by 2, so I get 204 is equal to 95 plus y, subtract 95, and my y value is equal to 109. And then this problem, we have a is a missing sign, so 30 degrees is equal to 1/2 a minus 44. Again, I'm going to multiply by 2, so I'm going to get 60 is equal to a minus 44. Add 44, and I get a is equal to 104 degrees. So here we have a circumscribed angle. So the angle inside says that the measure of ADB is going to be 180 minus the measure of ACB, so the inside angle. So again, 180 minus. So in the example in Canvas, you'll see a different way of working this. I'm going to use another way that we've learned before. We're going to find the inverse cosine. So we're going to go cosine -1 of the hypotenuse opposite or adjacent over hypotenuse. So 4,000 over 4150, and this will give me the measure of angle DAC. And that becomes 15.5. I also want to find the measure of angle BAC. And because they're congruent, we know that that's going to be 15.5. So the measure of the arc BD is about 31. Alright, number 6 here, we're going to go measure of angle X is going to be equal to 180 minus 125, and that's going to be 60 or 120, excuse me. That's going to be 60. Measure angle X is equal to 60. Over here we're going to have, will you answer that? In number 7, we want to find the measure of angle PTQ, and it's going to be 1/2 times 180 minus 50, 1/2 of 130, and that's going to be 65 degrees. I'm not going to do number 8. We'd use the law inverse cosine again to find the adjacent over the hypotenuse, find those angles and add them up to be the arc CD, but we're not going to do that.